This is the start of a big job we're doing. And what we're doing down here, going to relocate the cows. Not enough room up there. They've skimped it to the ground. So I've got this location here. We've chosen this location pretty much because we've got that shelter there for them. So they're a bit spoilt and they like having somewhere dry, as we most do. So Alicia and I are just now working out what we're going to do. This is going to be a 3-rail timber fence along here. And we're going to have a gate so we can access the hay and get the cows into there and any trailers or anything we may need to. So the front is going to be 3-rail timber. And then the rest of it's just going to be the farmyard fencing. Going to have a post. Then we're going to have 2 metres in between the star picket, 2 metres post, star picket, post, the vermin-proof fence, and it's going to have a hot wire around it. Lisa bought me a post hole digger a couple of months ago, and I haven't had a chance to use it. We've just tried to install, and as it turns out, they're being supplied with the wrong pins. So I'm happy we've discovered it now because I can take them to work next week and turn them down, and then those problems have been fixed. All these little teething problems we're sorting out as we go. But yeah, job now. Going to mark out 2 metre lengths where we're going to go. There'll be a whole lot of arguments, discussions, where Lisa gets what she wants, and working out where the farm gate's going to go and how much we're going to leave for the ATV. And that's what we're doing. 4th attempt, guys. So originally we've had our crowbar and the shovel. Obviously that works, but that's very time consuming. And when you've got to put probably 40 holes in, 40 posts in, that's not efficient. So then we went to the post hole digger, the manual post hole digger, and again that works, but I know I've got a lot of rock on this box, so that's very time consuming. And then Lisa, being the legend she went and she bought the tractor and the post hole digger for me, and that obviously should have eaten this up, but I've been unsuccessful in attaching the post hole digger. So because I haven't been able to get the post hole digger going, working, this is our 4th attempt. So I've got this handheld one now. Just built it upstairs, tested it. I know it works well, but we've got to try it actually in the ground now. So yeah, from the tip to the top of the auger here is 600 mil, and that's the minimum I need. So I don't know whether we're going to go to the minimum on them all, and then maybe I'll spend some time on the tractor, or we just set them 600. I know 600 is a stand, and I know it's not really load bearing, and I know it's just got to hold some wire. So 600 might do, but yeah, so here we are. Lisa and I started talking about moving the calves probably 2 months ago, and then we attempted the tractors and stuff, and yeah, so this has been 2 months in the making. We had this probably a week ago, but I got Tristan over from Melbourne. We're waiting for Tristan with his knees and his back to help me out, and I don't know whether we're going to do one hole at a time or he's going to help me hold it, but we'll work that out. But yeah, here we are now, 4th attempt at touring. Hopefully this will solve our problems. We got to dig at least 40 post holes today. Oh, it ain't happening today, but yeah, all right. That was absolutely amazing. That hole took less than a minute, and I wasn't going full beans, and I learnt really quickly that I had to put some weight into it, but that is the easiest hole we're going to have all day, because holes do never go that easy. But that was amazing, and you can watch me put the first post. You know what we do now, Tristan? Smoker.
Oh.
So. All right, you have a try. Come here, mate. I'll set you up.
Yep.
Well, there you go, guys. I can highly recommend this. Tristan and I, we've just smacked out probably 15 holes. We encountered a problem with 2, which we'll come back with crowbars and a manual one maybe, but Jesus, this is great. I'm very happy. Lise, how much was this?
$400.
$400.
Worth
so,
it, yeah.
I don't know, what, 99% cheaper than the tractor. And 99% cheaper than the tractor, and it works like a dream. And yeah, sorry, are you going to tell Tristan he can go home now? Now we're done. We no longer need him. His knees in his back for the week, so tonight will be your last meal, mate. All right? Yeah. No, this is this is the tool for the job as far as I can see. Yeah, we haven't encountered rock yet, but this is great. Seriously, Tristan and I will mark it out now where we got to go, and pretty much every 2, 4, 6 meters we've got to drop a hole. He's young. He's doing more work. I think I'll do a hole. He can do 2. I'll do a hole. He can do 2. We may have the majority of the holes even dug today.
Awesome.
Which would be amazing.
Yeah.
Tristan and I over the last 2 days, we've obviously had other things come up, but got the corner post in there, cemented. Just got to build the H rail and tension the wire. Got the front post in, the H rail there to go in. Fence is going to go there. Pretty much they've all been concreted in and the back corner's done. So yeah, 20 bags of quickset in the truck at the moment. First thing tomorrow, I'll get all these posts in. Then we've got the star pickets to go in. Bought some more wire today, but well and truly on top of it. I've got Tristan for another 3 days. So yeah, we should be looking good. Yeah, we're getting there. I'm happy with the progress. And I suppose one thing we didn't account for is how much concrete we we're going to use, eh, Lise? So yeah, but we're getting there. We'll update you soon. Here is our progress report. Tristan and I, we've made some inroads, which has been great. Obviously, like every other job, it takes a whole lot longer than you anticipate and you hope and you think. Awesome having him here with his young knees and his young back, so I've kind of been leaning on him a lot, which is great. But if you look across the front here, we've got all our posts in now, and that's going to be a 3-rail fence, because this is on one of our roads, which we use quite a bit. This is going to be the cow paddock. So, oh look, we're 75% done today. So yeah, I'm happy where I am. It's a rest day because my body's sore. Are you sore, Tristan? You all right?
I'm just done.
He's mentally, he's done, but my body's physically. Because of this tensioning, I found this tensioning quite hard. But look, yeah, so here are my H rails. Put them in. They've been quick set. I actually Googled how to tension these wires. I'm going to make a video on that. I'm not going to make it today because, to be honest, I've got no tools down here. Tristan and I today, because it's the day before he goes home, we just got the man killer, and we're going to throw in another 10 star pickets or so. And then we've got a pile of wood down there, which we cut before, and I stacked it over there before I knew this was going to be the new cow paddock. So we've got to get that on the outside, and I'm going to do that now instead of us carrying it all the way around. So me and Tristan will just put on the other side. Open up the road there where Lisa is, because we used to access this. But yeah, all in all, coming on good. The gate, I just wanted to see how those hinges and stuff work. Obviously, I know it's too high and the wildlife's going to get in there, so can't...
Not now. Just leave it for now.
Not now, yeah. And Lisa's decided we're going to put a pedestrian gate over there. So instead of just having this farm gate where we can get the ATV in and out, because obviously there's a water tank over there, there's a water pump over there. And if Lisa's ever got to fill their bath or whatever, we can, yeah, it just makes it for more accessible, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, big job, massive job. To your fences out there, you've got a hard life, because Tristan and I were wrestling that post hole digger, which was hard. And yeah, the 20 kilo quickset bags, geez, we've used probably 30 quickset bags already. So it ain't going nowhere. And I am happy with the result. And I'm happy when the cows are going to be down here, because they deserve a bigger, nicer home. But yeah, that is the update. So I've actually cracked the can. Tristan's ran out. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of watch him put 8 more star pickets in. Then we're going to move that load of wood, and that'll pretty much be the day. probably day 6, but we weren't doing full days. We dropped off Tristan yesterday, and this is where I'm at today. Got to build this hay trail, and it's good because I want to show how I tension it. I googled how to tension. It's a pretty good idea, and I like it. So get this hay trail done today. I'll get these tensioned off today. Then I've got to move down to next to the water tower to put in the pedestrian gate for Lisa. So yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3. This is the last corner, the 4th corner to do. Got all my posts in apart from 3. All the star pickets are in. So the next job will actually be putting the tensioning wire to attach the mesh to, the fence to. So taking a long time, but we are definitely getting there. Here is my hay trail, and I've braced it across the top, as you can see. But then you've got to put this tensioning wire in, and this tensioning wire stops the post from moving when you put your mesh or your fence on it. And I seen this on the internet, and it was great, and I loved it because I didn't actually know how to do it. Google other people because there's more in depth for me, but pretty much you start with your wire here, and you make a loop. Then you go around. You got a staple in there. You come back around. You go up through your top staple, you go back around, and then you come back up and you tie it off. So you've tied it off on 2 sides, so you've got 4 wires. Then you need to go and buy one of these specialty wire tensioning tools, all right? And I like this part. This goes here, this goes here. Then you tension, you tension, you tension, and you tension, and that's getting very tight already, and I can hear the timber moving, and I can see it getting tighter there. So you just, how's that? And then when you get here, now if I let this go, it's going to end up in the river. So you just got to hold it a little bit, and you're going to lose 1 loop on the way back. So that's still under tension, that's still under tension. There's my loop, and that's loose now, all right? Then you just got to fight to get your hammer out because it gets a bit tight in there. Then you punch this staple in. And I'll put another 2 staples there. And you punch this staple in here. Clean up the ends. And that's how you tension. And if I ever need to come back, I'll put my hammer in there and I can give it some more. That's what you've got to do in every corner. And the maths and the science is behind, I don't know, you've got to start down the bottom, I suppose, because if you tension up the top, it can pull in, as down there, it's got the concrete and the earth holding it. That's how you tension a fencing wire on a H-frame fence. Hanging a pedestrian farmyard gate. Obviously the cow paddock down here, which we're working on. I need to have a win today because my forearms are killing me from all the wire tensioning and hammering and digging and stuff. So I'm going to hang this gate. This just allows Lisa to access the water and the trough and the hoses and whatever she may have to do from here. So we're going to time lapse this one, but this is a quick little job. This is a good little job. This is nice and easy. The gate is 830 mil wide. I made these 850 when I set these, so I've got 20 mil, which is for the hinge clearance. So that should be fine. I'll just kick this little bit out here to get this nice and level. Trilled up to the post here. One problem I may have is these posts around, the hinge mounts I've got are for a flat, so I may just have to bend them a little bit, but we'll work that out when we get there, but that's okay. So good little quick job today, hanging this pedestrian gate. Want to have a visual win. how good's that? That just took me 12 minutes. Wasn't feeling the most motivated, but I wanted to keep moving. So this was a good visual win. I always go for the visual wins. It makes me mentally feel good. It makes me feel as if I'm getting somewhere. So yeah, we hung that gate, and then as I said, now Lisa's got the pedestrian access. So
Looks good.
good little win. I'm happy with that.